going, everyone? It's Liam Carlson here with more Supernatural. It's episode 3 of season 10. As I'm excited to get into this episode, it's been very interesting so far, especially with Dean-man. We had that encounter between both Sam and Dean, which went well. It went really, really well. It will be very interesting to see where things will go now that Dean is kind of out for the count. But I am really, really intrigued to see the direction of where this season's going to be heading. So why don't we get into this episode of Supernatural, episode 3, season 10? Let's go. Oh shoot! I mean, this is all a way to. But something's gonna go horribly wrong, isn't it?
I hate demons.
Yeah, there you go. Jesus! Oh! Damn, that was swift there from Sam as well, with the
Look, we got a whole
water.
bunch more You can make it a lot easier on yourself.
You say you're fine, but you don't look fine.
How does getting... Yeah, just say they're fine. But they're not fine.
I don't look at you, say I look well, and in that way we avoid talking about something.
I worry about you.
We're alone. Because Cass needs to find a way to be fixed up.
This isn't even the real you I'm talking to.
Oh, it's the real me, all right. The new real me. The me
The
that sees
new.
things for what they really are.
He's not taking this shit.
Wife kicked me to the curb. Oh. We haven't had sex for 4 months.
4.
Well, not that she hasn't, but had plenty.
Oh.
The guy in her bowling league.
Oh.
I mean, hell, it's possible you can have pretty much anything you want.
Oh.
You
Sam?
got 20 on Crowley and me from any demon you could snag.
Jeez.
And my soul is yours.
Done.
Go! You look like you got in there before the deal went down, but
Oh.
you didn't really care about poor old Lester, did you?
Gave him the keys to... Oh my god.
Why don't we try that again?
Nobody knows where Crowley and your brother are.
Yeah.
Might actually be worse than me.
Oh
you took
no.
a guy
Oh,
his
don't take...
lowest, used him, and it cost him his life
Jeez.
and his soul.
I mean, that's
Nice
it. Dean
work.
would have done... Oh. That's the thing, though. Like, with Dean, he really fucked him up. But, I mean... Because, Sam did try to say... Like, because he went, oh, kill my wife, etc. And, Sam was a wee bit too late, wasn't he? So... But in a sense, he kind of fed the idea, didn't he? So it's so you can see where like, well, not where Dean's coming from, but you can see like where are the areas Dean is trying to like throw jabs into Sam in order to make him feel like shit, etc. But of course, this is going to be part of the course, trying to get inside his head and all of that jazz.
Let them wait. They've waited a long time. It's hell. You wait. It's what you do.
So the UK is hell.
Here. I have an update.
It's all
on
we
the
do.
Angel
Wait and
Castiel.
queue.
Dean Winchester by his side. Together we rule, together we create the perfect.
What could have been if Dean didn't push his luck right?
Great one.
He's
Your
deep.
Majesty.
He's deep in thought.
Oh, I can see already.
Ah! Holy shit!
Anyone else care to comment?
You'll never. Yeah, he's like you'll never be him.
Sorry,
Then you carry on.
I'm not enough.
Sometimes enough is whatever you have.
He's not gonna stoop low, is he?
I could be killing my brother.
Sam, he's not your brother, at least not now. You have to be prepared for...
Killing my brother.
I mean, he's hearing all this shit from Dean, and now he's hearing this from Cass. It's like he's
I'll leave the
in a bit of a difficult place as Sammy.
Fate of the world, bro, has been MIA for quite some time now. But I'm loving the new model. Lean, mean Dean.
Lean, mean Deanman.
You notice that I
Rolls off
tried
the
to get
well.
as far away from you as possible. Away from your whining existence. Suck the life out of my life.
This isn't my brother talking.
You never had a brother. Just an excuse for not manning up. But guess what?
He's not gonna take this shit.
I quit.
This is me yanking your lame ass out of the fire.
Holy shit.
You're welcome.
Was that for manning up? Because he's not... Because, you know, the opposite of that would be him cracking, but he's not... He's not cracking. Kinda is, but he's not going to show it in front of this dickhead.
Disappear, binge on blood, approach the edge of becoming human.
No way you're not going to do this!
Boy toy, Dean Winchester. Now he's running amok and you can't control him or the kingdom.
The statement made, like... Yo!
Did not see that come.
Need total focus.
Like a laser. Got it.
Yes! There you go, Hannah.
I've been around humans for long enough to see how easily distractions occur.
It's our brains. We
Distractions.
could be easily...
Trying to keep our priorities clear.
Not to worry then.
No
very
no
clear on my
detours, no
priorities.
distraction.
And yours.
She's gonna die, and this ship is not gonna take off. It's yeah. Just something that is a situation of so close and yet so far, isn't it? I kind of want them two together, though.
Stop. Kill me. I mean, there's so many suggestions. I don't know what to do. I know. I will kill
Here's
you.
the thing,
Fast
what?
enough, Very,
Oh,
very
no.
slowly, so your honey bunch can watch.
So even she ships Hastiel.
Good.
Oof. Bring him pie. Just bring him pie. Pie. How long has that pie been out, by the way? Bobby. Yes, bring that picture, Bobby. Bobby. Season 1. Season 1.
Look at you. Talk about roadkill.
Jesus. It's been fucked up. Yo, no!
Do.
Oh, shit. Oh, Crowley! He's gonna help Cass out!
Why can't you people just sit on clouds and play harps like you're supposed to?
Because that's fucking cliched. Oh, hell. Oh, hell. Put it down. Good boy. No, put that down. Holy regeneration, right? Oh, heck.
Why did you help me?
Purely business. Since
Oh my god, if we're gonna get a whole here's demon bit shining, I'm walking off.
I don't want to leave.
Good!
Not till I find you.
This is so tense as well, hallways and all that shit. Follow the trap, come on. I don't... Oh my god. Unhinged.
Look, I don't want to use this blade on you. That sucks for you, doesn't it? Did you really mean that?
Oh my god.
Come out of that room.
This is pure horror vibes.
Sammy?
Oh god, that's unhinged.
Let's finish this game.
Ouch! Oh! Talk about your close shave!
It's over.
Oh. Oh shit.
Worried, fellas?
Well, they have a right to be. Ah! It's always this, isn't it? This time it's a valid reasoning. He's back.
Welcome back, Dean.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish they went a bit longer with the whole Deanman situation. Unless there is something more to come after this, but it does seem like we got Dean back.
Go grab my brother some cholesterol.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna get drunk.
Fair enough. I mean, this has been pretty stressful.
Look, you're brothers. Take a lot more than trying to kill Sam with a hammer to make him want to walk away.
Yeah.
You realize how screwed up our lives are that even makes sense. I'm glad you're here, man.
Saving grace, hey?
Timing might be right. Heaven and hell, they seem reasonably back in order. It's quiet out there.
Beach episode! Like D&D, beach episode. We need it. I was gonna say no. Yeah, Charlie, but no, it's not Charlie. Oh my god! What? What's your deal? Alright. I just saw the back of her head and I'm like, Charlie? Is Charlie Chili in Oklahoma? Definitely not Charlie. Definitely not Charlie. Alright, so that was episode 3 of season 10 of Supernatural. So yeah. Who be that? Who be that woman at the end? Demon, most likely. That or she's just really, really cray-cray, so... No, but I feel like with what Cass said, it's just a situation of, everything's all hunky-dory, you guys deserve a beach episode. Not his words, mine, but, yeah, I feel like with what Cass insinuated about how things are quieting down a little bit, it might have just been a situation of H, like, well, yeah, you might think that, but there's this demon on the scene, so, yeah. Speaking of Demon, yeah. Now, here's the thing. I don't think it's a thing that is going to be fully resolved, obviously, with the whole Demon situation. I mean, obviously, you look at Dean being cured and all of that and think, wow, well, that was fast. And that would, usually be a thing for me where I'm like... Because, especially when you consider the fact that, like, last season... you had Sam and the whole Gadriel situation that lasted like half the season. And I'd say that this is a bigger deal considering the fact that I know there's obviously a bit more of a shiftier essence when it comes to Gadriel, but also there was that whole comment, I'm just charging up his batteries and healing him because he's fucked up. This is a bit of a bigger deal, especially with the demon in Dean, with that demonic presence, there is that just idea of taunting Sam. You know what, your brother, he's not here anymore. It's me, you gotta deal with me, and you gotta kill me if you want me to stop tormenting you. So, this is a bit of a more lingering threat. This is a bit more of a more hurtful punch for, I guess, the main cast, really, because of the fact that you've got this more antagonistic presence occupied. Because obviously there are going to be parallels to the beginning of last season and the beginning of this season, but this is obviously a bit more of a darker direction. So, and you'd think, okay, well, this is not something that is just going to be like, oh, I'll nip out, like where Gadriel was like, oh, I'm just helping him out and then I'll be on my merry way, basically. This is someone who's like, well, Dean's gone now. This is how things are going to be from now on. He's not exactly going to be like, oh, Dean deserves some vacay, so the demon in me is just taking the forefront and I'll be on my merry way. So you'd think you'd make this last as long as possible. And I know that there might be the idea of, you know, being annoyed that it only lasted 3 episodes. I would feel that way, but I'm also seeing where things are going to go for this season. Of course, they have remarked about the fact that the Mark of Cain is still there, so there's definitely going to be some kind of detriment to Dean further along this season. And I don't know if the Demon is going to resurface in some capacity. I don't know. I mean, obviously there is this idea, okay, well, we've gotten rid of him, but I just feel like he might resurface in some, like I said, with the Mark of Cain, that's still there, so, and not just that, though, but I do feel like this episode had some great parallels with Cass's predicament and Dean's situation, because, with Cass, we know that the grace from Adina is temporary. It's a plaster on a bit of a wound. It's not going to be a thing that will completely resolve all issues. And as I've just mentioned about the whole Mark of Cain scenario, that is just going to be like something that's going to cause problems, and a lot like Sam and Cass were discussing it. It's still going to be a situation to tackle at some point this season. So yeah, but it's not just that though. It's the fact that there was something in regards to Dean about you know, maybe I like this. Maybe this is who I am, and maybe I don't want to go back to being human. Maybe I like to. I like this side of me. There is that. There is this idea of not wanting to be cured versus Cass's own situation of not wanting someone else's grace. So it's not just the whole temporary fixes that I do worry about. It's the whole I don't want this whole fix. Yeah, I don't want this. Yeah, it's not just temporary. It's just the idea of not wanting to be fixed. So yeah. But, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see what will happen. It will be very interesting to see how things will go. Like I said, I am willing to give this season the benefit of the doubt in terms of not jumping the gun, because otherwise I'm just going to, like, critique the CW, I guess you could say, for, like, doing another Flashpoint scenario where you bring in this grand idea. And I know, like I said, it might bear similarities to last season, but I feel like this might be a bit of a bigger deal, considering, you know, demons, they can be very cruel, and you know, they're just taunting you saying Dean's not here anymore. So I feel like this is a slightly more bigger deal than the whole Gadriel. And obviously the Gadriel and Sam situation had some big moments, of course, but I mean, you're just seeing bits like Jensen's acting in this whole, like, episode, for example, especially when he was trying to chase down Sam, and you're like, oh, you want a bit more of that, and, you know, you've got so many directions you could, like, especially when it comes to a potential power struggle between Dean and Crowley. I mean, we already know, obviously, when it came to, Crowley, approaching Cass, the idea is for Crowley that he wants Dean he wants someone to sort Dean's shit out. He doesn't want Dean to be causing any more shenanigans, nor does he want Dean to challenge him in some degree. I mean, you saw the demons in his, I guess, court and all of that. Like, especially that one that emulated... no, not emulated himself. Now I've lost the word. He set himself on fire. And that particular demon was very, very critical about, his leadership, about Crowley's leadership. So, but again, there are so many opportunities you could potentially take Demon, and that's why I'm like, okay, well, we'll wait and see what happens, because this might not be the last we'll see of Demon. Because otherwise, the alternative, if, like, he was fully cured, nothing to worry about for the rest of the season, you could critique this of being another typical CW show, or another CW move, should I say, in regards to, hey, there's this grandiose idea with all this potential, we're not going to do jack with it. And it's one of the complaints about Flashpoint. You have all of this, I mean, of course, the ramifications were felt throughout the season, but the event itself should have been more. So, yeah. But, I mean, it was, like I said, it's going to be a situation where I feel like we're going to see some ramifications along the season, and again, it might match on par with my comparisons to Cass's temporary fix, where it's going to be a temporary fix for Dean, and then obviously when we cross that bridge, it'll be all fun and games again, won't it? So, but it was very intense to see, Dean versus Sam in the bunker. Very, very horror-esque. So, yeah, but it was just very, very fascinating, especially in terms of Dean trying to make Sam to be the bigger monster in regards to the whole Lester situation, and Dean essentially cleaning up after Sam, really, because he did kind of save Lester in a sense because of the Crossroad Demon situation. And it's a very interesting scenario as well, because yeah, I mean, with this episode, it really delved into the whole line, and what we're willing to do to cross it, really, because we see how Sam, because we had little we had these flashbacks and these little bits and pieces that we saw from episodes 1 and 2 from Sam torturing that demon to the whole Lester situation. I would say it all kind of came to fruition, but it was nice to see how they all added up in terms of her being a Crossroads demon, and Lester, well, Sam had a little discussion with him, it's very difficult because he essentially kind of threw him under the bus in a sense. I mean, we know that these Crossroads deals aren't, just freebies and all of that. It's a really, really big line to cross. So, and it is a bit of a dilemma in order to get to, So, in order to get to Dean. But with Dean, he kills Lester, that was his name, and he kind of saves his soul because of the fact that, well, the deal took place, but time wasn't up because of the fact that, well, Dean kind of killed him in the middle of the contract. So, yeah. But Sam essentially condemned Lester to hell. So that's what I'm saying in terms of Dean kind of saved Lester. I mean, of course, through drastic means. Does this version of Dean give a shit? No. He's a demon. He's a demon. So, I mean, you have this version of Dean who's just, trying to make Sam to be a huge monster. But, of course, this is going to be the whole tormenting, manipulating side of Dean to try and break Sam. I mean, that's what this whole episode was going to be in regards to, like, Dean. You think you've got him on the ropes, trying to make him human again, and Dean's not gonna. Well, Demon is not going to go down without a fight. He's going to try and torment Sam, and that includes making him out to be this monster for, obviously sending Lester to hell, essentially. Well, that was the plan before Dean intervened and essentially saved Lester, really. So. Yeah, but it was very interesting to discover the whole idea of crossing lines and all of that. Like, you know, even Cass, in regards to his predicament, another parallel, I guess. So, and again, it's just very interesting because obviously we don't want Cass to die, but there are, like, it does, like, is it all for the greater good in the end of the day? That is the whole situation, when it comes to, with Cass, you don't want him to die, but there is the offering of, well, we're not going to cross that line when it comes to Metatron, are we? So, but Cass is very, very adamant on taking someone else's grace, so, but, yeah, I mean, there's also that whole situation of Hannah and Hastiel, right? Look, I do ship it. I do ship it deep down, so, yeah. But it was very interesting to see how, well, Hannah is getting very influenced by humanity, but also, there is this whole, attachment that she has to Cass. So, but Cass is trying to focus on the bigger picture at the minute rather than get distracted. So, and that's all contending with the fact that he is dying. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was very, very interesting when it comes to, like I said, Cass and how he's, well, with Cass and Hannah, they are also discussing lines being crossed, like the whole Dean and Sam situation where Sam crossed some lines in regards to Lester and how he was being essentially condemned to hell. And how Dean kind of, well, again, when it comes to Dean and who he was, Deanman, he's not really feeling like he's going to cross some lines. And obviously, that's because of the demon, the demon that is in control of him. But of course, when it comes to Sam and what he's done, essentially sending Lester to hell within 10 years. Well, he sent him to hell now, but the obviously contract is 10 years. There was a bit more of an ethical kerfuffle, isn't there? Because of the fact that, well, Sam is human. He's not being influenced by a demon. So, yeah, it does seem a bit dodgy, but it's all in regards to the, you know, a push, really, in regards to Dean. With Cass and Hannah, there is that line in terms of, well, Cass doesn't want to kill another angel just so he can live, but Hannah doesn't want him to die, and we don't want him to die, so, yeah. And clearly Crowley doesn't, although that is just more so, look, I need you to sort Dean's shit out because I'm getting tired of his shit, and I can't stop thinking about him, so... but yeah, I mean, it was just very interesting just to see the discussion of crossing lines, and, again, when it comes to, you know, the whole Deanman situation, yeah, I mean, it does seem like we're out of the woods for now, but I feel like this is just a little bit of a break. It's not going to be I guess it's not going to be a carbon copy of Gadriel where it's like, okay, half a season, and then, you know, Sam's kind of back to normal, in a sense, in terms of, well, Gadriel's not possessing him. We're not going to do something like that. We do want to utilize a lot of this darker side of Dean, but we're going to do it in little bursts, I guess. It's going to be a temporary solution, this whole side of Dean. So, that's my 2 cents on it, because I don't think they're going to waste this opportunity. And they even mentioned the mark and all of that, but there are, of course, parallels. You know, not just in terms of Cass's situation to Dean's situation, but this episode was really, really neatly neatly tying Cass's scenes and the Winchester scenes together, really. So, yeah. My one question is, how old was that pie when Sam was looking through all of the pictures and all of that? Because I was like, you saw him with looking at the porn mugs, I guess, and and there was that pie, but I'm like, question though, how long has that pie been left out? Because yeah, I mean, that thing should be like, off. So yeah, that is the world's longest lasting pie, if that's the case, to be fair. So yeah, but no, in all seriousness, it will be very interesting to see where things go. It'll be very interesting to discover who that woman is at the end. I'm sure she's fine. I'm sure, you know, those guys deserved it. And she means nothing bad whatsoever, right? No, but it will be very interesting to see where things go. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!